What's up, people of this weird planet called Earth? Welcome to the 66th episode of Reality Monday podcast with yours truly, Damilare Mapa, titled The 2024 Nigerian Youths and the Experiences Our Parents Never Had. So it's actually been a while since I recorded. Okay, it's been over 1 month. I didn't record for last month, which is because of this exact same thing, the experience of the 2024 Nigerian youth. Apparently, it's not been easy keeping up with podcasting, with the way things are choking a lot of us. And in all honesty, I feel most Nigerian youths will relate to the fact that it's not easy doing anything that is not bringing you money nowadays. Passion. It's almost like there's no such thing as passion again. If your passion is not passionately bringing you money, then yeah, it's almost impossible to keep up. So on this episode, I'll be talking about, I'll be ranting actually. I just didn't want this month to go by without recording an episode of Reality Monday, because the year is almost over and I want to still keep up with this. It's only God that knows. I have big plans for Reality Monday and like podcast generally, so I have to still no matter what keep up, so that in the future when things get better, we'll not just be starting all over again. We'll be picking up and upgrading. So thank you guys for always listening. I really appreciate it. So this episode, like I said, came from the experiences that most of us are having in this period. I'm currently in a place where I would never have thought that I would be recording an episode of my podcast, but we don't have a choice. It's an anonymous place, but nobody will know because it's just audio. So this is like me ranting alone in this very silent place. So recently, I think from last month, it's all like most of the things that have just been in my mind as should I say a Nigerian youth, has just been trying to consistently make money. Because if you are not making money 1 week and you are not doing a salary job where you are expecting money to come to you at the end of the month, then you can be really fucked up. But it's kind of still the same thing, whether you're a business owner or you are a salary earner. We are all basically still working only to get money, and at the end of the day, the only thing we use the money to do is mostly eat food, and for a lot of people, transportation. It's hard for people to save money nowadays, except for if you are saving money so that they will not pursue you from your house, or if you are saving money for things like necessities that will make you survive actually. And then it's now worse if you now have health issues. I've had a lot of experiences from a lot of my friends. I'm like, at this point in time, like especially this 2024, a lot of like everybody's problem is shared differently. Everybody has their own problem, but it's shared differently. It's like someone was telling me that God gave all of us, God shared it for all of us, but not unequally actually. You see someone tell you their own story at this point, the things that they are trying to cope with, and then you thank God for your own. It's just like that. But the fact that like all of us have our own, it's just the similarity. And then a lot of our parents, that's one of the reasons why I added the experience that our parents never had. A lot of our parents feel like this period, they don't know how crazy it is for us growing at this period. And thank God that some parents actually understand their children and they don't they don't pressure them a lot. But there are some parents that feel like based on the fact that their children are not doing enough for them because they send them to school and stuff, then they start to put a lot of pressure on them that, what are you doing? What are you using your time for? This, blah, blah, blah. And then it affects someone's mental health. Because, like, one good thing that our parents had was the fact that for what you were working for, you were earning good for whatever you were working for. Good enough to say, oh, at a point in your life you decide to settle down, have a family, live a good life. But at the end of the day, even themselves, there are a lot of them that, if like based on the fact that they didn't plan very well, or they didn't think that the future would be this worse, they never made something good out of the good times that they had. Especially when it comes to probably you having your own personal house, because it's so crazy to have your own personal house now. Like during our parents' time, up until like even almost early 2000s, up until 20, maybe like 20 before 2020, it was still like relatively easier to build your own house. But now, as a young person, except for me, if you are a Pablo, you can't even, like, buying a land is so crazy. You can't buy a land. You can't say you just want to like flip your fingers and buy a car. So there are a lot of things that our parents never experienced of. Like literally, if you were working as a salary earner, then you could buy a car. You could save up to buy a car. But it's so crazy now. Now we don't even want to enter into relationships just because we are afraid that, like, what would it lead to? Because if you mistakenly give birth to a child now, oh my God, you are dead. Not to now talk of, like, if you want to decide to marry a woman into your house. Even people that have multiple sources of income are struggling. So it's not easy at all. Like it's so funny that a lot of parents that had it easy still complain about their children now, that, oh, you're not serious with your life, you're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing that, you're supposed to get married. Especially those that pressure you when you don't have. Like some of us that they are telling us that, aren't you thinking about entering into a relationship? I'm like, you people don't know what is going on in my mind. Like, you don't know what is going on in my mind. And even for us that we have big ambitions, so it's hard for you to keep up with them. Like, you just feel lost. Because recently, for someone like me now, I felt lost for, like, I think up until this week. I still texted ChatGPT today, telling ChatGPT that, like, I feel lost. But then, thank God he was able to give me, like, some tips. Although some people will be like, oh, go and find love, you can't look for love. The only thing that you're doing is you're telling your ChatGPT your problem. Like, love is expensive. Love is very expensive. ChatGPT is not that expensive. It's very affordable. It's just my subscription, and I'll be fine at the end of the day. But all of us will be fine. And to a lot of people at this point that they are going through a lot, it's not only you. No be only you. We plenty. We gathered there. God gave all of us in different quantities. But one thing about it is that most of us have our own shit. So you're not alone in this. You're not alone, honestly. All of us have our own different problems. We just hide under a smile. Everybody hides under a smile, and the fact that, oh, you don't want people to know especially we Yoruba people, we are like, you get that kind of mentality. God will not expose us. So everybody's covering up. So that, like, but then it's not also, like, the way the world is not so good to show vulnerability, because some people might take advantage of it and be like, this person. But then it's not like you should not show vulnerability to some set of people. But nowadays it's even hard to connect with people. Like, I literally find it very hard. I love meeting new people. I love knowing new people. But nowadays you text someone and they all, like, it's so, and it's just because of the cliche of how social norms is. Everybody's so defensive. You text the girl now and she's already thinking, But one thing about it is it's also depressing to text now. Even someone like me, I don't like texting. But if you meet someone online, the only way that you can get to connect with them firstly is to text them, obviously. So you have to keep up with text. But as time goes on, you might switch to other modes of communication. But the problem now is that like everybody feels so lazy. They're like, what's the essence of me texting? I'm facing a lot of crazy things. Like, why should I start any kind of friendship with anybody when like there are so many things at stake, or it's not rewarding enough, it's not as valuable enough. But one thing I know is that, and that's helped me throughout my own life, is the value of having people, knowing people, continuously knowing people around me, but in a more, how will I call it, platonic way, not too close and not too far. But it just gets harder, and then sometimes you because of you don't get close to people, you get tired of the same people every time, because there's nobody that you can really talk to and tell your issues. It's just, and I feel like a lot of young people should find that one person, or that 2 or 3 people that you can share your problems with, because it's not easy. Like the fact that all of us are facing different troubles, different traumas, it's not easy to bottle everything up inside. It's good to be able to air it out to someone, talk to someone, have conversations, laugh, smile, be sarcastic, still experience the good part of life. If you know that you can't afford the great ones, still experience the good ones. So as time goes on, things will continue to change, and then always keep your hopes high. So a lot of people now in Nigeria, they're like, oh, it can never be good, it starts from your mentality. Even if it's not going to be good, your mentality should still remain positive, because it will affect your own mental health too. If you believe all in something negative, it will affect your life, because you'd only be pessimistic. So I recommend staying in the middle, being optimistic, being pessimistic. It's the best strategy to be a realist, not living in the Lulu. The imaginary fictional world of it will be better, and not living in the not living in the negative world of it can never be better. It's just good to put yourself in the middle. So, and as we are now in this age and time, it's people like us, because of the experiences that we have, that we use to navigate to our future children. Our parents had it good, but they were not that good during that period. Did not allow them teach us that life is actually crazy. It's not all going to be, there's change is constant. So it's also important that like a lot of young people now have it in mind that because of the experiences we have, or we've had, or we are going to have, we should be able to become better parents to our own children, be able to teach them things that we were never taught, that we had to face by ourselves, we had to experience by ourselves. Like a lot of life skills that you need to have in order to survive. In order to survive in this world. Because honestly, like it's not easy. But it can be easy if you have the right mindset, the right knowledge, the right expertise. It can actually be really easy. And then contentment too is also important. Teach your children, teach your people around you, like the fact that it's not everybody that is going to have it big. You have to be content, and that is in that contentment that you find happiness. But most people don't know that you find happiness in contentment. They're always feeling like it's until you have materialistic things that before you get happy. Yes, everybody, most people will post memes about, he thinks I don't like money, or he says I'm a good girlfriend, or like when somebody says that I'm an understanding girlfriend, or I'm an understanding person, or blah blah blah, or money makes me happy, and blah blah. It's true, but in all honesty, when you look at it in a more deeper sense, it's not actually the money and what he buys for you, but it is actually inside you, that thing, because it's that urge inside you that wants the money. It's not the money itself. So it's when you get it that urge gets satisfied. And there are a lot of times where you still buy things and you're not satisfied. You'll be like, oh, you want more. And one thing about it is that no matter how much you have, there is someone that will have way more than you, that will be able to afford way more than you. So if you are not content with what you have, you just see yourself pursuing something that will never make you happy. And if you if you are not able to like pursue that materialistic thing that you want to have, if you are not able to achieve it, you will never die happy. That's just how life is, honestly. So I'm passing my phone, but I'm not passing my phone. I'm passing my voice to every young person out there that is trying to be consistent with whatever they are doing. She gets in this crazy 2024. It's not only you. You are not the only one. You are not the only one in it. But you can find people that, like a lot of people, to also share yourself with. It's just that the way Nigeria is not what's it called? We don't have cultures that are going to help out in this kind of stages. But it's just young people too that can create those spaces, those innovations, those ideas, like having having gatherings, like conversation gatherings, that will make you mix with like mind, have conversations of how things are going with your life, and the fact that you are not alone in all these things. This kind of group discussions that people with maybe similar disease have, or similar similar cases have, where they just meet each other. I've forgotten what they call it. Is something group circles or something. It's kind of therapeutic, but not in Nigeria. We are too tush to do things like that, and everybody has ego, too much ego to want to connect with other people. But then we'll be fine anyways. So just try to be more positive, try to be try to look at the bright side. Yes, there's a cliche that says that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, but if you don't want to believe in it, then that's your own business. Just know that whatever you believe in is what most likely will come true. So it's better why not just believe in things that are positive, so that where even if it does not go that way, at least you are happy in yourself. So thank you very much for listening, guys. Like I said, I'm passing my voice to whoever is trying to make things work at this time. May Almighty God bless your hustle, bless your efforts, and may you find happiness in whatever you're trying to do, or in whatever situation you currently are now. Thank you very much for listening to this point. I will see you guys in the next episode, whenever it may be, most likely next month. I'm your humble host, Oluwadamilare Mapa. Peace.